Now we're going to go ahead and hit this rift because we need to go get the best shotgun this season, which you can find at the Dark Dominion POI. So there is a boss that spawns here. If you defeat this boss, he drops a legendary shotgun or sometimes a mythic, which shoots two, the new charge shotgun. So go ahead and knock him. By the way, the self revive, you should carry it now. It takes 3 seconds to self revive. And this guy did kill the boss. He killed the Dark Voyager boss and he got the best shotgun in the game. It's the Dark Voyager's Obliterator. Mythic rarity, 173 body shot, and it shoots twice. It shoots twice pretty fast. This is going to be an absolute massacre. I'm going to rock that. I'm going to rock the Chug Jug. I'm going to keep the Vector DMR. The DMR from like close range is pretty much hit scan. Long range, you do have to lead your shots, but 75 damage from pretty far away, 70 damage right there. That's honestly solid. Like that's gonna set you up for some free damage from very, very far away. All right, he hit me. I'm gonna save the Chug Jug and go grab the splashes, but you can see how good the Vector DMR is. Honestly, I'm not even really leading my shots too much right there. It shoots pretty straight and it does a lot of damage extremely fast. Let's go ahead and shoot this down and see what kind of loot we get.
Now Bugs Bunny has an emoticon that basically everyone will recognize. They brought the meme to Fortnite, but that is about as far as they're gonna go because they've already said that Big Chungus is not coming to the game. On the bottom floor of the new sanctuary, that huge door, which used to have the UFO behind it, is now locked. No way in, except if you somehow use the camera to peek through the door, you'll actually see the Foundation statue from Chapter 3. And the best part, there's literally tires all around it as a reference to the infamous moment in Chapter 3. Now, pretty much everyone knows about the secret weightlifting minigame at Riptides.
By the way, the self revive, you should carry it now. It takes 3 seconds to self revive. And this guy did kill the boss. He killed the Dark Voyager boss and he got the best shotgun in the game. It's the Dark Voyager's Obliterator. Mythic rarity, 173 body shot, and it shoots twice. It shoots twice pretty fast.
In the trailer, fans noticed the Dark Voyager had a hologram with a bunch of symbols on it. Well, it turns out these have actually been used in the past by the Imagined Order, and if you use this alphabet, you could translate anything it says. So what does the Dark Voyager want us to know? That this is absolute bull. New Sanctuary is obviously meant to be the Seven's brand new permanent home, and that's why you could find exactly 7 beds underground, 1 for each member. In fact, they decided to invite Agent Jones to move his office in here. You could find it just like we remember, and plus he's brought Meowscles with him as a pet, so explains why you could find the plush doll on one of the 7's beds. Did you know the lighthouse has a secret vault? Because if you head to the glowing blue fishing hole, you have a chance of pulling a key card out of the water. This can be taken back to the lighthouse, put into the generator, and you'll get some free loot.
That's pretty good.
Now, I found every secret of Fortnite Season 2, the greatest Easter eggs, things that win you matches, and there's even a curling mini game.
Pretty good.
Now, I found every secret of Fortnite Season 2, the greatest Easter eggs, things that win you matches, and there's even a curling mini game. Yeah, in the ice biome, there's a full frozen river dedicated to this.
Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Complete 3 rounds with a friend, and each of you will get a chest full of loot. The Ice King's entire castle may be on the map, but he's brought a ton of otherworldly possessions with him. The largest of them is frozen in a huge dungeon, and if you look through the ice, you'll see the Devourer skeleton lingering, his biggest prize of all. But you can also see what he's aspiring to get, as this room includes 3 statues of our biggest storyline characters. Here, you could spot Geno, aka the Ageless, the Foundation, and then a 3rd unannounced person we have never seen before. And so this is our first teaser of a new addition to the storyline. In the past, you could eat steaks around the POI, get buff, earn good loot, sometimes even a mythic, but in Season 2, it turns out not only is it still here, but Fortnite have added new mythics like the Brood Nemesis AR, Apex Thunderburst SMG, plus old vaulted items like Brutus's hammer shotguns that you pretty much can't get anywhere else in Season 2. In a turn of events, Fortnite's also turned Easter eggs into an Easter egg. In the Ice King's throne room, you can find gnomes, rubber duckies, and U2 robots encased in ice, a nod to all of Fortnite's longest running secrets finally together in one room.
You have the Vanilla Flopper. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it. Scans the area. There's no one nearby. Now, every single game, your rival credits carry over. So when you start the game, you can actually run up over here and start upgrading your stuff. So I'm gonna upgrade my SMG. I'm gonna go all the way to Legendary. And then for my pump, I'm actually going to keep the great pump because I'm going to show you how to get the best pump in the game. We could also buy some of the other like things like this lawful shockwave rocket launcher and other upgrades like splashes, but we don't really need that right now. We're going to keep moving forward.
Look out for these brand new rivalry machines around the map. They're insane. You can spend your credits not just on weapons, but secret perks like getting infinite slap, marking players whenever you damage them, but best of all, just straight up buying XP. Now, Squibbly Shores is entirely centered around one statue, and it's a man we have never seen before. It's in loving memory of our dear squid, old Squibbly. So Fortnite straight up modeled this guy's grandfather for a joke, and there's so much detail here, you gotta wonder, is this an upcoming skin? Usually, a boat is called the USS something or like the HMS something, but in Fortnite, it's the FNS. Somehow, Epic even made it a double joke by calling this place the FNS Ink or Swim. Head inside this place and you'll actually find a ton of free fish. They are everywhere and an insane way to get heals. Now I'll just say, his possessions get really weird because encased in ice, this man has collected things like the Tilted Tower Clock, the pirate ship from Chapter 1, the prisoner, even a few random people like Aurelia, Captain America, and Guan Yu for whatever reason. Just on the border of his snowy biome, you can also find a tiny food stall that is selling snow cones. It's called the King's Ice, and I guess we know what he's up to in his spare time because he's even made snowmen of llamas and fish. My favorite Easter egg actually isn't in a set, it's in the trailer, because if you keep watching to the very end, you'll get this hidden extra.
Rabbit fever, duck season. Rabbit fever, duck season. Rabbit fever, rabbit season. Duck fever, fire.
You probably already know the reference, but if not, it's a direct recreation of this iconic scene. Our new sidekick in the past has actually revealed some facts about his family. This is the Ice Prince. Whether you find him cute or not, clearly the Ice King doesn't, because his description, it's pretty sad.
He's adopted.
As you continue to play with him equipped, you'll unlock extra rewards, including his emote. But this actually isn't original. It's a reference to the original Ice King's emote in the 2019 past. I can't believe it, but Jon Snow is now in Fortnite, and while most of us are delighted, no one's realizing his secret. Depending on how much time you spend in a match, Jon could have a little bit or a lot of snow on his head. What about rabbits? Well, Bugset is full of cartoon references to his past, from his second style being directly inspired by Space Jam.
Stay out of trouble.
You know I will.
Then you got the mailbox pickaxe. He appears with it in every single cartoon, marking his home outside the rabbit hole, and despite the giant sign, he's still never caught. And speaking of him, he's even got his own tribute in the collab, because right in Bug's loading screen, you can spot how he's twisted their guns, shoved a carrot in the barrel, and even thrown in a stick of dynamite. We're still wondering what some of Ted's teasers mean too, with his hinted word bear still not making any sense, and even he confirmed it's not actually revealed yet. The same applies to the crazy Looney Tunes gameplay he teased, so I guess we'll be dialing up the Looney Tunes when the collab drops with Daffy and Lola. Hopefully, that'll give us some more crazy items like the giant mallets, Toon shotguns, maybe even Acme bombs.
It's honestly such a cool new system that they added. And players who are good at racking up limbs, you're going to get a lot of points and you can carry them over into your matches. Now, this guy could be anywhere in this circle, by the way. He's not necessarily in the center of the circle. He could be anywhere. 130, 263, 2 shots is all it took. The thing about the overdrive grenade, though, is it doesn't break builds. So you got to remember, you can't use it to break into people's boxes. Now, here's the thing. When there's one player left and you don't know where they are, immediately go to a rivalry board and grab one, because now I'm going to see where he is. And right when I grab it, it actually marks him
let's talk about the really strange thing happening at Riptides. The streets have been closed off with barricades, and the floor covered in confetti as a giant new stage has appeared in the middle of the road blasting music. Pretty weird since we don't really know what it's for, but keep exploring and you'll also find a brand new movie screen placed on the beach ready to start projecting films. So I'm starting to think, will this become the new party royale? When exploring Squibbly's POI, you're gonna realize fish stick has been banned from one of the stores. But why? Well, turns out Squibbly really hates fish stick, and I mean hatred we have never seen the likes of. Not only is he wearing an anti-fish stick pin on his shirt, but his description is fish stick can ink himself. And did I mention he's literally holding a dead one as his lobby pose? That's his pickaxe, but they make it even more obvious with his back bling. And I mean, yeah. If you still weren't convinced just how much Squibbly hates him, he wrote an entire song about it. Sus Studios has gotten a huge revamp in Season 2, every single movie set has been replaced, and my favorite one has to be the fact that Gnomes and YouTube bots have signed a deal for their very own daytime cooking show. Over at Painted Palm, Sus Studios have begun production on their next movie scenes, with the Star Wars X-Wing swamp reference being swapped out for a different movie Easter egg. Now, it's an uncovered UFO in the snow, a direct tribute to an identical scene from John Carpenter's The Thing.
I have somebody who has a target on me, and this is going to be the Thunderburst SMG is going to be the best spray weapon this game has to offer this season. You're not going to want to even carry an AR. Maybe you can mess with the DMR, which I'll show you in this video, but the Thunderburst SMG is going to be your go-to because it's just very, very powerful. This is the perfect loadout because in long range situations, I can use the DMR. Medium to close range, I can use the Thunderburst, and then it's very close range. They are going to feel the wrath of this mythic shotgun. There's no weaknesses to this loadout. This is probably one of the strongest loadouts in the last like 2 or 3 chapters.